So raise your hand if you've ever heard of the game called Broken Telephone. You know, the game where you whisper in somebody else's ear, you tell them something, and then they whisper to somebody else, and then they whisper to somebody else, and they whisper to somebody else, and then it comes back to you, and it ends up being something completely different. Okay, that game's a lot of fun. I remember playing it a lot in elementary school. But have you ever had that happen in real life? Today I'm telling you a story about an IRL broken telephone issue. It was possibly the funniest thing that's happened to me in a very, very long time. Okay, backstory. I have a very good friend, a best friend, if you will, and we are super close. We talk about everything. And there's one big downfall is that she lives in British Columbia and I live in Ontario, which if you're not up on geography, that's 3,000-ish miles. It's a considerable distance to have a best friend. But regardless, we still manage to talk or text rather every single day, at least once or twice every single day. And we started doing this thing back in about August where we'd start texting each other, and we'd been complaining so much about life. Like, things have been good and whatever, but we'd always, like, you know how you have got your best friend and this the one person that you can be like, oh, this thing sucked today, and then they'll be like, oh, this thing sucked today, and you just kind of get each other. Well, we realized we've been doing that a lot, and so I was like, let's start doing a best thing of the day. So we started texting each other every day about the best thing every day, and it's been great. It's been a really, really good thing, helping us to look for the positive, but that's a conversation for another time. What happened was, we've been talking, and a lot of things she's like, here's my good things, but a lot of things have been going really rough for her. So I was feeling really bad for her, and I wanted to do something nice and kind for her. So I hopped online, and I found a florist that was near her work in BC, and I ordered her some flowers. And I thought it was a really cute little thing, and when they asked me what I wanted it to say, I told the girl, who had a very strong accent. I'm not quite sure what kind of accent it was, but there was a bit of a language barrier. We're talking on the phone. I'm calling this 1-800 number, and I'm talking to her. And I said, here's to a little less crap. I thought that would be fun. I thought that would be a cute little thing, and she'd get what I meant, and we'd laugh. And when I told the girl on the phone that, she chuckled. She's like, excuse me? And I said it again, and she's like, okay. And she laughed, and I said, don't you worry, she'll get it. She's been having a hard time, and I just thought I'd make her chuckle a little bit. And she's like, okay, sounds good. So she takes my name, she takes my information, and all this yada yada. My job is done. It's gonna be sent to her tomorrow. She's gonna get it at her work. So, I'm waiting for a text all day long, just to have her be like, ah, Karen, what did you do? La la la, laugh about it, this kind of thing. It didn't really happen. I was waiting. Not that I needed, like, recognition for what had happened, but for one thing, I wanted to make sure that this gift that I'm sending her from 3,000 miles away is getting to its intended recipient. And finally, near the end of the day, I text her and I said, so how was your day today? And she says, well, you know, it was all right. And she's like, I had a bit of a stressful day. And then the weirdest thing happened. I was like, oh, what was the weird thing? And she's like, I was having an issue at work and it was a little bit crazy. And then all of a sudden, flowers were delivered to me with the weirdest note in the world and no name on them. Like, what happened here? So what happened was the flowers had been sent to her, but they didn't put my name on them, on the card, and they misinterpreted what I said. Instead of writing, here's to a little less crap, they wrote, here's a little crab. It was hysterical. But the thing is, it took us about 5 minutes to get to understanding that I sent it to her. She was so confused, and I was confused, and we were peeing ourselves laughing. Not literally, but you know what I mean. We were laughing so hard. I don't know if you guys are understanding how funny this is. It was the funniest thing. Here's to a little less crap turns into here's a little crab. It was hysterical, and to this day, we are always like, if we see anything with a crab on it or something, we send it to each other, a little picture or whatever. My son was given a shirt that has a little crab on it, and it's like for the beach and whatever, and I sent her a picture, and I'm like, this is my son's shirt, that's really funny. And so now we've got this in-joke about crabs, and not, yeah, you know what I mean, about a crab. So we've had lots of fun with that. So what I'm asking you today is, do you have any stories or any instances where there was a complete misunderstanding that turned out to be the funniest thing in the world? That's my question for you today. A little bit of a long story, and I don't know if it really comes across to you as funny as I was finding it, but there it is. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe if you want more of my random meandering stories and all my adventures that are happening. This has been VEDA Day 4, and I will see you tomorrow. No idea what that was. I think I'm gonna leave it in. I'm just realizing that my glasses are reflecting my computer over there. Oh well.